Hi, my name is Nikki. I've been a support manager for over 10 years, and that includes Zendesk administration for support tickets, help center articles, and AI chatbot. So today I want to show you how using Swifteq's Help Center Translate with your Zendesk Guide articles. When you're working with global customers in multiple languages, it is really helpful to have your articles translated into their language. Obviously, it's a better customer experience to read it in their own language, but also it improves your search engine ranking so they can find you easier, and it improves the accuracy of your generative AI content, like an AI chatbot, for example. The old way of doing this was to hire an agency or use an internal team to do the translations, but that can be really expensive and time consuming. There's all the back and forth communication, and if you update an article, you'll need to have it retranslated. So Help Center Translate makes that a lot smoother and quicker. They use OpenAI in order to do the translations, so it just reduces that burden of the overhead of manual translation. Let me show you how it works. This is Help Center Translate, and there are a couple different ways I'm going to show you here. So you can either translate an article or multiple articles in batch, or you can open a single article and translate it piece by piece. So let's see. Let's say I'm going to, first I'm going to filter these out by the articles that are in my default language. And there's a bunch of other filters, but let's say I want to pick the ones that are not already translated to my target language. Now I can pick a couple of these and click Translate. The first time that you do this, you're going to set your global translation settings, and there are 3 tabs here to look at. First off, your glossary. You might have words or phrases that you always want to translate the same way for consistency, or you might have phrases like your company name, for example, that you don't want to have translated at all. You can define all that, upload your glossary via CSV. Next, there are translate instructions. So a Help Center Translate uses OpenAI to do the translations. So if you're familiar with OpenAI prompts, you can modify these to meet your business needs. But this is what the default is here. And then you can also create an AI disclaimer and have that put in at the beginning or end of each article. So once you save those global translations, those will be used every single time you do a translation. But each time that you are translating, you'll need to set these ones over on the right-hand side. So first pick which language or languages you want to translate into. And then I'll show you a few of these settings. This middle one here, if you are translating an article that's in a category that doesn't already exist in the new language, then using this setting will create that category in the new language for you automatically. By default, when you're doing a translation, it's saved as a draft in Zendesk, but if you would like it to automatically publish directly, you can do that by unchecking here. And then this last one, if you are translating an article where the translation already exists, then normally it would just skip the translation on that. But if you wanted to retranslate and overwrite what already exists, you can do that here. Once I click Translate, then it will go ahead and start translating those articles. I can close this out, and it will email me when the translation is complete. Now, the other way to do this is to do it piece by piece in a given article. Let's say that I have done a translation, but then later I make some updates to my articles, and so I need to retranslate that portion that I've updated. You can easily search for the ones with outdated translations. And I can see here under the article translations, there's a label telling me that it's outdated. It has an update since the time that I did the translation. So if you click retranslate here, you'll get the side-by-side view. And let's say I know that I had updated this part. So I'm going to click and translate just that. And then once I have the results there, I can insert it at the end, or I can copy it to clipboard and paste it in here. And then I can either save that as a draft or publish it directly. And that's the settings that you had selected before, your global settings, those will all apply here as well. So that's all there is to that. So remember, it's important to have your Help Center articles translated, improve your customer experience, get better results for your generative AI, and improve your search engine rankings. So using Swiftex Help Center Translate makes that a lot easier. And you can start small, start with a couple key articles, and then expand it as you need to. I hope this helps.